welcome back to, well, I guess this is actually going to be like my first vlog for my new business, From Heart to Home. So basically the overall mission, my kind of vision for this is really just creating a place, a community for other women, other moms, families in general. It's not just for women and for moms or anything like that, because I feel like a lot of the information that I will be researching and blogging and vlogging about can be very helpful to men and to dads as well. But you know, because I am a woman and I am a mom, it's going to be a lot easier for me to just kind of focus or relate to women and moms. But yeah, the overall vision for my platform that I am creating is to kind of help everyone that wants to be a part, to help everyone achieve real transformation in their lives, and then to help them go on to help others mature and evolve in multiple different areas of our lives, whether it be, you know, our faith or our finances, our family life, how we have fun, how we find fulfillment in life, like all these different things. Fitness, I'm really into like holistic health, so there's going to be different things that I cover as far as like my family and my experiences. So I just really, it's been on my heart. God placed this on my heart last year in like November, December, and I kind of started and I did buy my LLC, but it kind of fizzled out. I didn't take action, and I was like, you know what, we're about to be into July of 2021 and it's just time. It's time. And so you know, just due to kind of like life circumstances, different like emotional things or self-doubt or trauma, or you know, just kind of always feeling like I had to hustle to make money, I never pursued my passions, and God is really tugging on me to walk in the purpose that He called me into being, to be. And so I'm just focused on becoming more of that woman and just going back and kind of like reaching to my inner child and like helping her to fulfill all the dreams that, you know, I've always had, but kind of let life talk me out of. So one of those passions is visual arts. So I want to have a place where I can sell my art and do commissionable pieces, and also I just want to have like a gallery for myself. I just love seeing it. So this is, yeah, it's like a place for that, for any of my crafty parents or creatives. Yeah, I felt like if I felt like I needed a kind of a safe place to just kind of create and to be, and also just to discuss some real topics that I know we all go through, then it's like someone out there, even if it's just one person, also needs that. And so who am I to withhold what the Lord blessed me with? So I'm just gonna go ahead and start back on this. I actually am so frustrated with myself because I forgot that the letters, which are down here, you can't really see them outlined. I do it really light in pencil first, but the letters are supposed to be the same color as the outline of the house, and I forgot. And so my, you know, obviously my color, I was supposed to clean it out, but I didn't, but it dried up. And so now I have to like go back, circle back around and try to recreate the same color or as close as possible to match them up. I'm just looking for recommendations for nice acrylic paint. If anyone that watches this knows of a brand right now, I think most of these I got off of Amazon and Walmart, and so they're pretty much what's the brand? Apple Barrel. Yeah, Apple Barrel paints. So yeah, they're just really basic acrylic paints. I don't think any of mine have gloss. Oh y'all, I'm getting close. It's still a little bit orangey, so that's when we just keep adding some pink. But anyways, let's have some real combos. So I don't know if, you know, it kind of clicked to y'all when I was just kind of talking about some of the topics that I want to research and vlog and blog about, but they pretty much all start with F's. And I think that's a pretty common theme for different people, you know, when they're coming up with their like brand slogans and stuff like that. Like if you're looking to add value to people in specific areas, like you'll find, I forget what that's called when words like start with the same letter. There's like a word for alliteration, some literature term, but God really gave me the vision for this. Like one day I literally just like popped up, woke up and was like, I have been thinking, okay, what am I going to talk about? How am I going to brand it? Like, how am I going to kind of go about it? And so it came to me, and then I did research. So I was like, okay, I want to create something that someone else has already created. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do the different F's to success or something, right? Well, something like that already existed, of course. Like, even though you think you have these like amazing original ideas, most of the time, especially if you wait to execute so long, God gives those ideas to others. So if he's giving you something, you better act on it, because his vision has to get out into the world somehow. And if you want it to be through you, you gotta take action. So that's where I am now. But like I said, they were like, someone had created like the 5 F's to success or something like that. And then I was like, oh, like freedom. Like my ultimate goal is like not just financial freedom. Like, you know, we're all on the big movement of finally awakening to the fact that like, okay, our financial systems are broken, especially for people of color and women and stuff like that. And so it's like, it's more than just that. And so I was like, okay, and it's more than just, you know, freedom to live life the way you want. Like, it's just the all around freedom. And then I started thinking about like Christianity and freedom, and how Jesus dying on the cross was like the ultimate freedom for us, because now we have the ability to commune with God whenever we want, whereas before it was like only the priests and religious leaders who could go and talk to God on our behalf. But then we know how certain religious officials twist and turn the word of God to fit their own agenda. So like, I'm so grateful for that freedom, because whoa, I don't know how I really wasn't living life before without God. Like I was just struggling and falling on my face constantly. So like now to have the freedom to like talk to God all day, like I need that. So I'm like trying to marry all these things together, and I'm like, oh, like I want to teach people or help people, because I'm still teaching myself. I want to help us all master the many F's to freedom. Yeah, something like that. So, within that, like I said, I'm trying to vlog more, because it's more personable. Like I feel like I want people to know me. I've spent so much time in my life like not trying to be known by people, and kind of just like being super shy and introverted, and like being a person that's like in the background, doesn't want to be seen, stuff like that. But like that was all coping mechanisms. I remember when I was a little girl, like I always wanted to model, I wanted to act, I wanted to sing, I wanted to be. And, you know, like many people, we kind of like shy away from that as life gets to us, and we have to be practical and logical, or, you know, you go through things that make you feel less than, or like you need to dim your light to fit in certain places. So I'm like, forget that. It's time for me to step into everything God called me to be. And so yeah, I like vlogging just so that y'all can kind of see I'm not this robot person, you know, I have a personality. Because honestly, the way that I type, which I'm very well written, but I feel like I'm well spoken too. Like I'll just be real, I've always been pretty book smart and whatnot. So the way that I type, even over text, like my fiance, it took him the longest. When we first started like dating, and we would text, and he was like, are you like being mean? Are you like okay? Like just the way I text is not very, I don't know. It's just like I text the way that I would write a paper most of the time. But now I'm loosening it up. I would add emojis and lots of LOLs and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think it's just easier for me to be a little more personable. So I think I'll have to figure that out as I go along, like which topics I want to blog on. Like if it's something more informational, or like, you know, I'm gonna be bringing facts and stuff like that, I guess I'll blog those. And then if I'm like trying to have a conversation and give some more experience and stuff like that, I'll vlog. We'll see. But more than anything right now, I just want to be consistently showing up for myself, just to prove to myself, like, girl, you got this. Like, God is not just putting these things in your heart and in your mind to mess with you. Like, no, he's calling you to something bigger, something better, something that's truly gonna help people and build the kingdom and bring people like hope and joy and peace and love and laughter. Like, we all need that. So that's ultimately just what I want to do, is help people transform their lives and evolve and mature and grow, because that's what I'm doing every day. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Just because, yeah, y'all could be my homies from Heart to Home. No, I don't know if that's gonna stick, but it's cute. Okay, so the color, like I said, I made it a little bit lighter. I'm gonna go ahead and start painting.
Okay, so I think for this part, I'm gonna go ahead and just speed it up, and y'all can just kind of see the process. And if I have anything to say, I'll interject that. Okay.
As y'all can see, I just finished the words from Heart to Home, and as you can see now, the ART in heart is capital for art, and that's because, like I said, I'm gonna be showing you guys kind of my processes behind me making art and selling my art and doing commissionable pieces. So that's really great for me. And then also, I just love playing on words and stuff like that. And so when I was talking about kind of my mission and vision for this company and for the vlog and blog, is to help everyone achieve real transformation, and then to help others mature and evolve. And so that's just another thing that God, like, he literally gave that to me like that. I didn't think of it. Holy Spirit was just kind of like, bam. Because I mean, I was literally, it took me like a whole month to figure out what the name of my company was going to be. And I was like, you know, thinking mom art and impact mom, because I'm in the impact community. I make Profit a Common Thing. That's a company and a community that my fiance founded. So I was trying to figure out a way to maybe incorporate something about impact into it. And God was like, this is all something totally your own, something different. And so I was like, okay, trying to think of things, because I'm like, obviously I wanted to be dealing with art and the home, because I think the art of homemaking is something that's really important to me as well, and something that I'll be talking about. Also, I don't know what's up with, it's so funny because I'm going to be talking about the different F's to freedom, but then also I have heart and home, and I'm going to be talking about holistic health and homemaking and just all these things. Like, it's all coming together and making sense. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that. So I did one coat for the letters. Now I'm about to go ahead and redo the house, or the home, and the heart. Whew, okay, so now everything's the same color. Finished the house outline for the second time. I made it a little more thick in a couple areas. I really like it overall. The great thing that I am really happy about is that the interior of my logo and everything, like I said, the background is all black. So like all of the inside will be black. The little holes in the leaf, they'll be black. And also just everything in the background will be black. So that will enable me to just go back really carefully and touch up anything that I may have messed up with this. You know, there's always going to be imperfections. I'm doing it by hand. No one's perfect, but it's going to be perfect because I love it and it's my logo, and yeah, it's just going to be perfect for me. So DJ just woke up like in the last 2 minutes, and he's like, mama, 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 making all his little noises and stuff. So I'm going to finish up this little E over here. And yeah, like I said, I'm really excited to get started on the green that's going to be in here. This is going to be different for me because I'm going to do a little bit of blending. I'm going to, you know, try to make it look dynamic. Mostly I do like 2D art and not really 3D. I don't really paint too many real things outside of like real shapes and sometimes flowers here and there that aren't even real flowers. I kind of like make up the shapes based upon just what I want, what I like. So this is different, but I'm really, really excited. It's looking good so far, and yeah, I'll be back later at some point to finish the rest of this and hopefully film it too. Who knows, we might have a finished product today. Oh yeah, and I can't express enough the importance for all my artists out there, especially if you're like a super beginner. I would say I was like a lazy painter at one point because I didn't always clean up very well. And it's really important, like especially if you have cheap brushes, which a lot of my brushes are cheap because they're like my beginner sets and stuff. Like I haven't painted consistently enough to want to like invest yet. Now that I have a business, it's a little bit different. My sister actually invested in me and in my business and bought me some really nice brushes for my birthday, paint brushes. They're like shiny, they're like black, and they have like little shiny speckles in them. They're really pretty, really nice. So just in general, like whether you have, you know, cheap brushes or expensive ones, you want to make sure, especially if you're going to take like a break in between sessions, that you clean them out really thoroughly and dry them as best you can and hang them up in some sort of a thing. I use like a little, this was a Prego pasta jar, but yeah, you just want to make sure they're clean and that they're up somewhere where they can dry so that they don't get damaged, so that they can last. Okay guys, I am back because DJ is taking another nap. He's doing so good today. I'm so proud. But yeah, so I'm super excited because we're doing green, which as I said is my favorite color. So I have these different shades of green because I'm going to kind of try to build the color up and do some blending, which is like not my specialty. But guess what? The only way that you know, become a specialist or become a pro or a professional at anything is to practice and to get those reps in, let time pass, those things I must experience. So how in the world do I open this? Like usually there's like perforations. I'm gonna have to go in and num num num. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna mix.
Look at the flicker there is. Look at the flicker there is. Look at the flicker there is.
And while I do this part, obviously I'm gonna like speed up the actual painting portion. But just for this mixing, I figured I would like talk to you guys a little bit because I just really, like I said, I'm excited for what God is doing here in my heart and for what I'm gonna be bringing forth in this community. And so my ultimate hope is that it does just feel like a safe, happy place for people to come together and heal and grow and just kind of evolve in all the areas of life. And so in order to do that, it just has to be a place of positivity. Like no negativity will be allowed. And the great thing about a community, especially like mine, like right now it's free. I think I'll always keep it free. Like I don't know, I may have options for like different paid membership things where you can get exclusive deals or whatever. But for the most part, I just want it to be a place where people can come and get information and get knowledge and feel welcomed and loved. Anyone that's like me or looking for the type of stuff that I'm going to be offering. And so yeah, no negativity allowed. Like if you're going to be someone who's negative Nance, just don't join the community. Like, or watch from afar, don't give any input. You know, like I'm all about constructive, like real constructive criticism. I think that's really healthy. I love that because I'm always, like I said, looking for recommendations for things. I'm always trying to grow. How can you do that if you're only sticking to what you know and in your own little bubble? You can't grow like that. So like I'm all about that. But there are so many trolls, so many people on the internet that are just like nasty for no reason, and obviously hurt people. Like I get that. You know, we've all been there, but I just don't want any of that in my space, which is why I created this space. So just a little heads up for anybody that was gonna try to come and rock the boat. Please don't. Please don't. I'm also really hungry, and my boo made chicken nuggets. So, by the way, these aren't actually chicken nuggets. They're plant-based, and they're so good. You guys, this brand of chicken, they make all types of different chicken products. They have like little fillets, fried and grilled ones. Excuse me, I'm talking with my mouth full. They have little like chopped up cubes. They have all types of different things, and we use them for a bunch of different recipes, but these nuggets are so good. And the brand is called Corn, and so it's Q-U-O-R-N. If you're into the plant-based meats or anything like that, you definitely gotta try these with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue. So good. Okay, so I'm about to finish mixing, eating my nuggets, and speed this thing up so you guys can see this leaf come to life. So here we have it. I have finished the leaf. Give you guys the close up. Well, it's finished for now. I don't know if I'll go back and add anything, but for now this is it. So all I gotta do is paint the background. Everything that's still white is gonna be black. I'm really excited, but that'll have to happen on DJ's next nap, so stay tuned. Hi you guys. Okay, so I'm back again, same day to wrap up this video, because ultimately I told myself today that I was going to finish as much as I could of this, like not for any particular reason other than to just prove to myself that I can take control of my schedule and of the nooks and crannies of my day while DJ is napping, and just all the things, right? And so in order to like help other people be able to prove that to themselves, I have to consistently do that for me. So if you can't tell by my disheveled appearance, it's been quite a day, you guys. Just lots of fun. DJ is growing. I think he's going through another growth spurt. It's wild how much this boy grows, but it's incredible. I wouldn't change any of it for anything. So yeah, he is asleep for the night. It's kind of late. He did not want to go to bed, and I didn't want to like let him cry it out. I wasn't in the mood to hear his little cries. He's the sweetest. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start on this black. I don't know if I'll finish it. My eyes are feeling really tired, but it's the last part for now. I have some ideas for things that I kind of want to do to like add finishing touches, but as far as just being complete enough for me to feel like it's done and I want to start using it as like a kind of a backdrop in different vlogs or videos and stuff, doing the black, getting the background done will feel pretty complete to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead, dump a whole bunch of this black into our cute little palette, and I'm gonna get going here. Okay, so I just wanted to actually stop and say something real quick, which is that I learned this on one of the paintings I did earlier this year, which is that like the paint and maybe the brush, I don't know, they can like feel your resistance when you're not breathing. It's like they can feel it. I know that sounds silly, but it's so true. Like I noticed my movements are so much more fluid and like intentional and focused when I'm, you know, actually intentionally breathing. And especially when you get around parts where you want it to be as straight as possible, like these lines, and when I get on the inside, it's gonna be so vital that I don't like have a jerky movement and, you know, go out of lines and mess it all up really quick. So even just now when I was going through and just kind of going down the line, I felt my hand, especially because I'm a little tired, getting a little shaky. But then I was like, oh yeah, like focus on your breath, focus on your breathing. And literally as I just breathed and relaxed, my hand got so steady. The paint, if you see like just going and doing a bunch of long strokes, it runs out a lot. But if you're breathing properly, the paint for some reason, it just kind of like keeps flowing. And I want to show you that if I can catch it on camera. First, I just kind of get a little bit of the excess off and go ahead and just kind of fill in that. And then I go back in, and you will start just a tiny sliver away from the line so that the excess paint kind of bleeds over. And then breathe. The other thing is you want to make sure that, like, I say like so much, but you want to make sure that the palm of your hand, where it is kind of dragging down before, you know, your fingers in the brush, is not too firmly placed. This part of your hand, you want to make sure that like the palm of your hand isn't like pressed into your canvas, because it makes it harder. This may be common sense, but it wasn't to me for a long time. So you want to make sure that, you know, it's kind of light and loose so that you can actually let your hand flow down the canvas, instead of feeling like you're dragging it and there's more resistance there. You have to focus on not jerking to pull your hand down. Whereas if you just have it lightly placed and breathe, it does a lot of the work for you, just a kind of gravity as you're coming down. I really kind of like the imperfections, the flaws of like having lines that aren't perfect. That's just me personally. I feel like I don't know if I said it in this video, but I really like the way that art imitates life. Life imitates art, but life really just is art. You don't have to imitate something that you are, because once again, we are God's highest form of creation, and because He has the power to create everything, it's, you know, infinite uniqueness and awesomeness, because He had that power, and we all have some level of that power as well within us, which gives us the ability to create amazing things, which is why I do feel like everyone has artistic abilities and capabilities within them, even if it's not visual arts or singing or playing an instrument or acting, or, you know, if it's not something that would be considered the arts. But if you're gifted with communication, relationship building, entrepreneurship, but just anything, like whatever your gifting is, like there's something, everyone's good at something. So I encourage everybody, dig deep, look within, do that hard work, that hard work to clear out all the BS the world's been telling you that you are or aren't, and figure out who are you. If you're someone like me who let the world tell you who you were for so long, from, you know, like childhood, that, you know, by the time you reached adulthood, you didn't know if you had ever known, you know, really who you were or who you wanted to be, then it's like, now's the perfect time, because you're never going to get any younger, but your inner child is really waiting on you to discover that, because there is a you that is already whole and healed and healthy and thriving in there, just waiting for the VSU that you've put on to kind of like shake it off and realize that you've been worthy and valuable and loved all along. Hi guys, okay, so I'm back. It's the next morning. I did not hi DJ. I did not quite finish, so that's what I'm doing right now. DJ is up here with me while Dada is on a call. I'm actually on it too. We are in the markets early this morning trying to make some money, and DJ's watching TV, so I'm about to unmute the TV. I just muted it really quick. That's why he's like, Mom! Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse. I should be done with this here. I have to just fill in the spaces that are still white and then just go over with one final additional black coat. So yeah, that's it. Alright, and there we have it. That's it. It obviously has to dry, which will take a little bit of time, so that's cool. And then I am going to take some pictures to put them up on the website. I'm so excited. My website, hopefully in the next 3 days, I will have it complete and up. That's my goal, so we'll just see. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this. I want to do more of these. Obviously, I'll get better and they'll be faster and whatever as time goes on and I become more consistent with the posting and the creating of paintings and content. So in general, like, I'm just really excited for this journey and to be on this journey with you guys. And yeah, lots more to come. So don't forget to like, comment, leave any recommendations, suggestions. Remember, constructive criticism. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this and just all of the things that I spoke on that I'll be covering on my channel and on my website and the blog and the vlog series, just all the things. And also to She's So Me. So obviously that is the all-encompassing you know, kind of my channel for everything that I'm going to be talking about, but specifically anything from heart to home will be on there as well. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.